So some of the rioters, and I'm sure you've seen this, Paul, they've said that they attacked the Capitol because they believe they were responding to Donald Trump's directions or calls. Could that have any effect on a potential case against him?
You know, the facts don't support a defense like entrapment or duress. They're saying that they attacked the Capitol because they thought Trump wanted them to, but he was not holding a gun to their heads. So those claims are more evidence against Trump. But the rioters are pretty much on their own. And of course, Trump's impeachment defense threw them under the bus. Trump's lawyers claimed that he had no idea that there would be thugs who would wild out at the Capitol.
And obviously the evidence that was collected from the House managers and unveiled during the Senate trial, do you anticipate that having an impact on the criminal case?
Well, it certainly would be helpful if Trump is ever prosecuted for his role in the insurrection. I think that some of the rioters will try to drag in Trump as a defense, but it's not going to work. It's not relevant to what they're charged with.
Let's switch gears and look at some of the other cases he's potentially facing. We obviously learned last week that the Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis opened a criminal investigation into Trump's efforts to try and overturn his loss in that state. She sat down with Rachel Maddow late last week and had this to say when asked about the possibility of interviewing the former president.
In criminal law, we don't do depositions in very, very rare occasions, so that's not something we could use. Obviously, if one is charged with a crime, they're a defendant, and so they have a right to remain silent. And so, no, there would be no intent to depose. Now, someone that you're investigating, you can inquire about an interview, and certainly they can voluntarily come in and give an interview.
What other tools could District Attorney Willis use to find out what the former president was intending to do when he made that infamous call?
She could use the grand jury to haul in any other witnesses. And reportedly, Lindsey Graham and Rudy Giuliani have exposure in Georgia for violating state law. So she could go after them and try to get them to make a deal. And people in Georgia have a legitimate beef with Trump because he tried to nullify their votes and he got caught on tape. He asked the Secretary of State to find 11,780 votes. And then he said there's nothing wrong with saying that you recalculated. Georgia has a crime called solicitation of election fraud, which seems a pretty good description of what Trump did.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.